Have you got a cold, sinking feeling? Because no matter what marketing you seem to attempt, none of it seems to be working. You're not alone. Many MSPs get the chills about this. When nothing seems to be working, it's hard to know where to begin fixing it. But here is the good news. Right now, you're going to discover how to pinpoint what's holding your marketing back, how to turn it into a system that works, and why this approach could unlock new growth for your business. One of the most common complaints I hear from MSPs is that their marketing just isn't working. It doesn't help that what you're trying to sell has one of the most complex and longest sales cycles around. Managed services is very difficult to market and sell compared to many other things. For example, if you were running, a business that sells widgets, it would be a lot easier for you to get traffic to your site, to get leads, to get inquiries, and of course sales and get those widgets out the door. But you don't. You sell managed services. And by the way, the flip side of this is that you keep your clients longer and they spend a lot more money with you. You've had the kind of stats that widget manufacturers would be very, very jealous of. But why does an MSP's marketing typically not work? And if you feel like you're doing lots of marketing, but you're seeing little return, where do you start fixing it? I think you have to break all of your marketing down into its component parts and examine each one. And while doing that, you must ask yourself two very big questions. The first of those is whether or not you're using the right marketing strategy. Let's look at strategy. Sometimes I'll be talking to an MSP who says they're doing loads of marketing, but what they're actually doing is creating a lot of disjointed noise. Just because you're posting regularly on LinkedIn, that has no power unless it's guided by a marketing strategy. Now, my favorite strategy, which I talk about all the time, is very, very simple to communicate. It is just 6 words, but it's the most powerful marketing strategy that any MSP can use. In fact, any B2B business, because I use this for my own marketing as well. The strategy is build audiences, grow relationships, convert relationships. It's a 3-step strategy, which you can also use as a 3-step marketing system. In fact, we built our entire MSP Marketing Edge service around this. So you build up audiences of people to listen to you, then you grow a relationship with them using content marketing, and then you convert that relationship into them having a sales meeting with you. And that is typically done on the phone. So let's say you're building an audience on LinkedIn, which I do recommend, and then you're growing relationships by posting content on LinkedIn. The difference between doing that with a strategy powering it versus just doing it for the sake of doing something is vast. If you know that your goal is to add connections every single day and post content several times a week with the express goal of building a relationship with them, that makes the work you're doing on LinkedIn suddenly more powerful, particularly when you remember that for managed services, people only buy when they're ready to buy. And also, when you know that the strategy dictates that down the line, someone in your office is going to pick up the phone and call these people you're connected to talk about their business and see if they're frustrated enough with their incumbent MSP to have a conversation with you. Does all of this make sense? When you've got a strategy, it makes all of the little things that you're doing, even if they're the same things you're doing now, all of the little things you're doing come together and work together to give you an outcome. Now, I said earlier on that you need to ask yourself 2 big questions. The first was, do you have a marketing strategy, or are you using the right marketing strategy? The second question to ask yourself is, are you using the right marketing tactics? Because the beauty of that 6-word strategy I was just telling you about is that you can use an almost unlimited number of tactics to implement it. So I mentioned LinkedIn because today, LinkedIn is a very good place for MSPs to go farming for new leads. But that may change. We might be doing this in 2035. Hello, future Paul. And LinkedIn has gone off the boil because they broke it with some stupid decision somewhere. But if that happens, there'll be a new place to go looking for leads. A good marketing strategy rarely changes, but the tactics do need to be updated now and again. So, in summary, if you're doing a lot of marketing activity and it just doesn't seem to be generating leads who turn into prospects, who turn into clients, then break it down into the component parts. And for everything you're doing, check that you're A, being driven by the right marketing strategy, and B, that you're using the right marketing tactics. Oh, and by the way, I'd be delighted to help you with this. I have a free Facebook group, which is just for MSPs. It's a vendor-free zone, and it's a place where you can ask me and 2,000 other MSPs for help with your marketing. Just go onto Facebook and look for the MSP Marketing Facebook group.
Paul Green's MSP Marketing Edge.